Guys, what's up? We're finally back. Unsportsmanlike conduct with Gabb and Bree, and we're here to talk about a lot of things that happened to our teams over the last 2 weeks. And yeah, Bree, how's it been? I haven't seen you in a minute.
Lots of things. Yeah, I know. Sorry about last week.
Well, you know what? I had a lot going on too. So
unforeseen circumstances, a whole freaking cracked windshield. But other than that, yeah, made it back. So that's always good. Yeah, we have a lot to talk about because this last weeks, especially this last weekend.
It's been a lot. A lot of things have happened.
There's been a lot.
Fast. So people have chained themselves to hoops. People have flipped off the crowd. I don't know. Should we just start with Kyrie? Just go right into it.
Yeah. I mean, we might as well. That's like
it's the biggest topic in the sports world at the moment. Kyrie Irving, he went into Boston, got a couple boos, people got a couple fingers. That was really it. That was really what happened.
Yeah. I mean, so I have a lot to say about this.
Right.
We all know that I am not a Kyrie Irving fan. I was when he was with Boston.
Exactly.
Until he started to do all the shady shit to get out of here. And ever since he became a Brooklyn Net, like, yeah, whatever. I mean, fresh start for him. He's out of here for us. And that you would think that would be it. But as fans, like, you're obviously going to boo the guy that, said that he was going to resign and said that he made a whole ass commercial about wanting his number retired in the rafters at TD Garden. Like,
that one hurt my feelings. That one really hurt my feelings. I'm like, dude, come on. Like, you were drafted for us and you won a championship. Come on.
He's just like, and then this week for him to come out and say, I wish the Boston fans would let it go. Like, think of like the good stuff, like the happy times, which, I mean, what happy times would you like me to think of, Kyrie? When you didn't play in Game 7 because you were injured, but you weren't even on the sidelines. You went and you got an elective surgery and missed Game 7. As a leader, you weren't there. Or when you just totally packed it in against the Bucks the following year. Like, I don't know what he wants me to sit and be happy about. Like, dude, you were here for a cup of coffee and it didn't really go all that well. Like,
yeah. I feel like for this though, I feel like both sides are warranted. I mean, because I would hate to get booed, but then also it's self-induced. Like, I don't see any problem. I don't see a problem with him flipping off the crowd. I really don't.
So my thing, and like, I've seen people, and even some of my Celtics fans friends have like said, oh, well, like, I feel bad for the guy. It probably sucks getting, yelled at by 20,000 plus.
I mean, like, I'm sure it does. It's probably not a fun time.
Totally get that.
Right.
He does absolutely nothing to help himself. He sits there and he talks about us Celtics fans and he's even called us this, like, we're like the scorned ex that can't get over it and whatever. But like, so is he. If he's so unbothered and like so done with his time with the Celtics, then like, shut up.
Did you see what KD said today?
Yeah.
But I kind of agree with what he said, just from my experience, because I feel like my experience with Kyrie is different than yours.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Because like, for me, I was upset when he left my team because I said this a couple days ago. Kyrie Irving was my biggest sports breakup of my life. Like, LeBron, I knew that was coming. Like, I wasn't upset about that. That's fine. Because we all knew he was going to leave us. He was never going to stay there. But Kyrie saying, hey, I hate you guys and I don't want to be here, really like sucks, because it did feel like a breakup. Like, because what KD said, he was like, you think of all these good times that you have and then they're taken away because you're used to having those. And I do agree with that. But then to the extent of you guys, you didn't have that experience that we did with him. You just had, hey, we're going to do all these things. It didn't happen. In a sense, he's kind of giving Baker Mayfield, but way better.
The thing with what KD said, and like, you just said it perfectly. Like, he said, it's all out of love and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I have no love for this guy. I don't. And I can't really say that I feel that way about a lot of like former Boston athletes. Like there's a handful that I can straight up say like, yeah, like I've got no love for you. What you did here, like thanks, but good riddance and stuff. And like Kyrie is one of those guys. And it's really because of how he's handled his time post Celtics and how he says he's not bothered by all of, you know, the noise from the Celtics fans. And it doesn't even like resonate with him. It takes no effect on all game long. He was there with the fans doing the crying thing, flipping them off, calling them this and like, okay, but it doesn't affect you. Like if something didn't affect me, like
I think he plays into it though. I think that's his ammo for the game because it definitely did not affect his play. He went off and had a game high for 39.
Played like a freaking monster.
Right. He went off. And I think like, because Trae Young does that too. When you start booing him, they start chanting, fuck Trae Young, fuck Trae Young. Like they like play into it and it like makes them become this super villain and go off.
Yeah.
Which sucks because it's like lose-lose.
I just
you won the game, which was crazy.
And that's what I even tweeted this out on Sunday. I was like, it's a real shame that he's such a prick because my God, he's so good. He's really so good. But like, the attitude and whatever. And like, he knew exactly what he was doing too. Like he knew he was going to get fined for all the shit that he did. And I saw a lot of people saying like it was blown out of proportion. Like $50,000 is pocket change for him.
I know it's not that much, but I just feel like the fine, like Pat Bev getting fined. I think all the fines are dumb, to be honest.
I think with Kyrie, if it was just like he just flipped off that one fan after he made that three, like if it was just that, then I think they would have been like, all right, dude, just like don't do it again. I don't think they would have fined him, but the fact that it was like 4 separate instances in one game, caught on camera everywhere, like. There's
nowhere for him to hide.
The league had literally no choice but to do something about it.
He's gonna do it again.
If he thinks that like game 2 on tomorrow night is going to be any quieter, he's sorely mistaken. Because the way Boston fans are, and I can say this because I am one, if we feel like we've got even an inch of real estate in your head, we're going to take a fucking mile. Pardon my French.
Yeah, but the real estate made him score 39 points.
Yeah, but I've also seen, and not just him specifically, but I've also seen players do that and then they come out the next night and then they're a shell of themselves and they get it. It has an effect.
Off again. I really do think he's going to go off again. I've seen playoff Kyrie, and he is a different kind of guy.
He is. He's a different guy. He is, but it's something I think it's gonna wear on him because last year, I mean, he got booed last year, but the Celtics team last year when they played in the playoffs is nothing compared to what they are now. I think they're infinitely better than the team last year, and there wasn't a lot of change. I think the coaching change made a real big difference. But it's not like last year where the Nets walked into TD Garden and they were like, yeah, this is going to be easy and whatever. Like it's going to be a dogfight all series. Like if this series doesn't go to 7 games,
definitely,
I'm going to be,
yeah, I think it goes to 7.
I'm going to be surprised. But he's just like, ugh, man, I don't like him.
Right. I don't know. See, I want to dislike him because how he treated Cleveland, because he did the same thing, the same whole thing. But in me, I just can't because he was my favorite player of all time, and it sucks. Like I liked Kyrie more than I like LeBron, and I love LeBron.
Yeah,
it just sucks so bad.
I'm glad I don't have to deal with that, where he was like my favorite, and now he's a jerk, and I want to like him still, but like I can't.
His outside of basketball personality is just not for me. Just nothing I want to have to deal with. But watching him play basketball, I was watching Cavs, LeBron, Kyrie highlights. I probably could have cried. Like it just makes me so emotional watching it because I'm like, what could have been? But you said you hated us and you left. So
yeah,
and
it's only a matter of time before he does that to the Nets too. So Nets fans, like he did it to a team and an organization he won a championship with. He did it to a team and an organization where he said he wanted his number retired. Like it seems like it's a never-ending cycle with this guy. And maybe that's just his personality. Maybe like it's what have you done for me lately? And if you get sick and tired of it, like whatever. But
he just has like a kind of maybe a false reality because he thinks that he is going to be the number one guy, which in that game he was. But
yeah, KD
this is
was
in the
a
NBA.
shell
You're
of
never
himself.
gonna be one. You're gonna have somebody else. I mean, like Giannis, okay, cool, but he has pieces around him. You're never gonna be the number one guy unless you are LeBron James, basically. And still, he needs people around him. So I guess it was just some. I don't know. I think it's just a power thing, and it's just not working. It's just really not working out.
Yeah, it is. It's just gonna be. It's gonna be interesting to see.
I'm excited.
If like it actually does get to him tomorrow, or if
he fuels off of it.
If he does it again, or if the TD Garden security and stuff like starts throwing people out for it, and like it's gonna be weird.
Maybe don't throw people out. I can see if someone takes it too far. Like if you say something ridiculously awful, if you boo him, no, that's fine. But if you start saying like reckless things, you gotta go.
No, there's definitely a line of there's a line, but from like everything that's come out about the other day, it seems like people are just saying like he sucks and like booing him and like calling him a fraud and whatever.
Fine,
like,
whatever.
That
you boo your own players sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, a Red Sox pitcher almost got booed off the mound yesterday. Like
experience,
like
right. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish he was how he was when he played for the Cavs before he did whatever he did, and those were great times. But I guess we can't all get what we want, especially in Cleveland, Ohio. You cannot get what you want, clearly, because we lost to Trae Young and the Hawks. Did you watch that game?
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, so before I say that, I feel like every team needs a villain to make it fun. I said that, and people were like, no way, that's not true. I'm like, well, look at all the teams that are good. They have one, and it makes it interesting. Kyrie, a villain. Marcus Smart is a villain.
Yeah, I think people hate on him a little too much, though.
They do. They really do. But you got to have one on every single team.
Yeah.
Trae Young, a villain that beat us in Cleveland, Ohio, and waved at us on his way out.
I don't know I don't know how you guys blew that lead.
I do. I mean, we played Rajon Rondo, who's 57, for a million minutes. In the second half, Kevin Love could have played more. Lamar Stevens could have played more. I don't know. And they're young. I said this to a couple people the other day. I feel like they were like your team, the Patriots, going into the playoffs. Like a young team, you didn't expect them to be in the playoffs. I guess I can't even say playoffs because it's play-in. Didn't expect them to be there.
Yeah.
And they finally got to that point, and then they just let us down. And it was a bit disappointing. Like how you were with like the Patriots in the playoffs. You're like, oh, we're getting really good. We're going to be really good. And then towards the end of the season, it just kind of like fell off.
Yeah, it fell off. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. I mean, young team. I don't think any expectations this year was what they ended up being.
We were supposed to win 20. Our line was 26 and a half games. We won 43.
Yeah. So, I mean.
So
that's. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think that's a good comp. And I think it's a good sign for next year because if they had those expectations and they exceeded those expectations, and they're pretty much keeping the same team next year. Like all the young guys are under contract, right?
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure they're going to give Darius a contract. Evan Mobley, rookie. He should win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
Sorry, Scotty Barnes fans. Also good, but I think Evan Mobley should win. Yeah, it's gonna be really fun, and I'm excited for them. Evan Mobley bought his mom a car.
That's so cute. Really sweet. I love when they do that. Nice. That's so sweet.
It was so nice. But now the pick. So
speaking of season awards, our guy, Marcus Smart, Defensive Player of the Year.
Marcus Smart.
Defensive Player of the Year, baby. Can we just talk about how this is like ruining people's lives? I've seen so many NBA
don't get it. I do not get it.
And reporters just losing their collective you-know-what over the fact that Marcus Smart won Defensive Player of the Year.
They're giving me very much baseball Hall of Fame vibes.
It's insane. Like I've seen some tweets, this one specifically, where I think I actually put it in the show run where this guy said that nobody thinks that Marcus Smart is a better player than Rudy Gobert, and that's why Gobert is getting he's got like a super max deal, and Smart's only making $19 million a year. Like, okay, first of all,
who voted then?
First of all, the people who voted for him to win and win by a 55-point margin and 121 points ahead of Gobert think that this year, because it's the Defensive Player of the Year award, not Defensive Player of all time, like I think that's kind of like getting lost on these people. It's like this year, there's a reason why the Celtics had statistically the number one defense this season, is more specifically the second half of the season. There's a reason why Marcus Smart is the best defensive player on the best defense in the league. It's not because like him and his teammates went campaigning for something that he deserves. It's because he earned it. He put up maybe not the numbers that you would want to see or you would expect, or some guys like Gobert would put it up or Bridges put up or whatever, but you can't deny that whenever the Celtics need a stop or whenever the Celtics need a big defensive play, whether it's, running out the shot clock or drawing a charge or whatever, Marcus Smart's the guy. And yeah, Gobert is probably the better defender from like a broad perspective. But this year it was Marcus Smart, and I am not going to let anybody take that away from him and or me, because that's my guy. This is a really big deal. He's the first point guard to win since Gary Payton, and it's like it's huge because
he so deserves it. And if you don't think it, you're just being a hater.
A lot of people say, well, like, oh, it's like the flop player of the year award. Like, shut up, go away. Everybody flops in this league, if that was
the case, then why is James Harden not the winner?
Like, it
because flops on offense, but still.
All you're telling me is that you're a hater, and a lot of people have used the argument, well, Kyrie just cooked him for 40 points.
No, he didn't.
Why? Like, no, he didn't. Kyrie went, I think it was
five points scored on Marcus Smart. The rest were on everybody else.
And
check the stats.
The way the Celtics defense is it's very much switch ball. They do not go man-to-man ISO 24/7. They go man-to-man, and then once, the offense starts to move and things start to develop, they switch. So maybe there were times where Smart should have been on Kyrie more, but that's not how the defense that has worked works. And I need everybody to chill out, okay? He won it.
Because everyone's being so dramatic.
And I'm tired of hearing that he didn't deserve it because he did. Just tell me you have not watched a Celtics basketball game without actually telling me. That's what I hear when people say that it should have been Bridges or it should have been Gobert. And I mean, Bridges had an incredible year. That's not taking anything away from him, but Smart was better. And the people who get paid to talk about this, vote on this, thought so too. So unless they're doing their jobs wrong, like,
it is what it is.
That's it.
Now, as long as they vote for Evan Mobley, they will be doing their jobs completely right. So, good start. Now we just need Evan Mobley. We had Darius Garland and Kevin Love nominated for awards too. Neither of them will win, but that's cool to see. But yeah, as long as they add Evan Mobley to that, no complaints to what they've done.
I think the biggest one that people are going to get up in arms about is obviously going to be MVP.
It's going to be.
I don't think Giannis is in that conversation, but
I don't think so either, but he definitely is. If you would like actually say who's the most important to their team, I would probably say Giannis.
Yeah, no, I agree. But
that's not how they do it.
Yeah, no, this year though, like the fight between Embiid and Jokic is like, it's crazy because every other day I feel like it changes. Like every other day,
who would you
Embiid
pick?
And he's. I think I would take Jokic because it's not because I don't like Joel Embiid. It's just because I think Jokic is more important to the success of his team. At least Embiid has
other pieces around him.
A decent supporting cast, whereas like there are some days where the Nuggets literally have nothing but Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
And like
he's just putting up numbers.
He's the only one that like
this comment, doesn't Embiid average like 21 points without free throws? Well, I mean, I watched him play and he's gonna get fouled. He just is so big. There's nothing else you can do. If you like get near him, it's a foul. Kind of the same with Jokic, but I'm kind of a Jokic hater. I hate that, but I am. I think he just like shoves around a bit too much, and I like when people shove, but he's a lot.
He's a lot, but that's how I feel about Embiid, and it's like, yeah. So I totally get it. But I really do think that one can go either way. Mm-hmm. I think it's going to be the voting and like the points part of it is going to be really, really close to the point where I think it might be like a one first place vote like finish. Yeah,
I think Rookie of the Year is going to be that. I think the Rookie of the Year is also going to be close because Scotty Barnes has been doing some stuff as of late. Yeah. Even though he's not playing right now. So I'm a little nervous about that one, but we will see. We'll see how that one goes.
Yeah, but I think Mobley's got a good case because of what we just said. Like, nobody thought the Cavs were going to be what they were this year. And with a rookie pretty much at the helm, like, that's huge. That's deserving, I think, of Rookie of the Year.
And for those saying Cade Cunningham, knock it off. Maybe knock it off. Stop being mean to Evan and knock it off. All the, like, Detroit fans are like, everyone's making fun of Evan. I don't know why. He doesn't even speak. I feel bad for him.
I don't know. But we'll see. I like we talked about this morning on our call, like it was a surprise that this got announced as early as it did.
Early.
So, and with no kind of like heads up, like, oh, like, hey, Defensive Player of the Year is going to be announced today. Let's get excited, get ready for it. Like, it just came out.
When it happened, I got a text that just said Marcus Smart. I'm like, what the heck did he do?
Yeah.
What happened to him? Is he okay? Like I don't know what's going on. And then I looked and saw that. So yeah, it was the timing was really weird, I think. But I don't know. A lot of weird things have been happening. So that's probably not the weirdest because the weirdest is probably gluing your hand to the floor.
Yeah. What the hell is going on?
I don't know. And it's not even their owner anymore, I don't think. I don't think that guy that they are protesting is the owner anymore. So
they're protesting. Okay, so I saw one of the shirts and it said something about, I think, like animal rights or
something that says like burns animals alive, but I don't know. I really haven't looked that much into it. If anybody knows, please put in the comments what is going on. I would like to know. I just know that the owner burns roast animals alive, I think the word is it. But yeah, the lady super glued her hand to the floor and he killed chickens because they were sick.
Okay, well, that seems like a nice thing to do. I'm so confused. Okay, but regardless, crazy people are gluing and chaining themselves to things.
Maybe protest another way, because why would you want to catch a federal offense gluing your hand to them? Is that even? I don't know if it's even. I kind of just made that up. But you're going to get arrested.
Maybe not federal, but I get what you're saying.
Right, like you're going to get arrested.
Yeah.
And you're going to get in trouble.
If you're protesting this guy, why are you buying tickets to go to his games? Some of that ticket revenue goes to him. You're just lining his pockets more. That seems like so counterproductive.
And I mean, the super glue your hand to the floor, that's going to cause you so much pain.
Also, yeah, you're going to rip your skin off.
And you can see the handprint on the floor after.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, and they're like, imagine you're just casually playing a basketball game, one of the biggest games of your life, and some lady's glued to the floor. What do?
I would kill to hear what
Anthony Edwards
had to say.
Yeah.
When they were like trying to pull that chick off the floor because he was right there. This is why he needs to be mic'd up at all times. He
should. That would make for great content.
Content gold mine.
Oh my God. Yeah, she glued her hand to the floor and then the other lady chained herself to the hoop and they had to saw her off.
Yeah, I saw that clip and they like flashed the camera back to the bench and Greg Monroe is like freaking out, like pointing, and it's insanity. If you're gonna do crazy stuff, like that's fine, but You're making.
But I don't know. Maybe there's another time or place. I don't think that was the Okay, this is what Madison's saying is chickens had the bird flu. So he killed them, but it was a national order that he had to prevent the flu from spreading.
Okay, this seems like I don't
understand any of it, and I really don't want to. I don't know why glue hand to the floor, glue made out of animal byproducts.
Yeah,
products,
I thought glue was made out of like horse hooves and stuff.
Right, it's like
unless
when,
there's
okay,
vegan super glue. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. This reminds me of one time one of my friends. She's vegan and she's taking Jello shots at the bar, and I'm like, dude, you know that Jello is made out of like fucking animal bones. Like animal bones are in Jello. Freaked out, ruined it all for her. But at least I told her so.
I mean, like you did the right thing.
Right. So, I mean, I guess counterproductive of the glue, but that's okay. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know.
But I don't know what I would do if that happened. But Pat Bev, he's on one right now.
Maybe this is like an unpopular opinion. I like him a lot.
I do like Pat Bev. I like Pat Bev too.
Is so corny. Like what's
I'm a big fan. That's what I was saying. Like I'm a big fan of a team having a villain. And he's perfect for it. You don't have to be good. You just have to piss people off.
But the thing is he like is a contributor. Like he's not just out there running his mouth. Like he actually contributes. So it's like the perfect balance of holy crap, he's a pain in the ass, and wow, he's actually helping this team. I think
you need one of those. You just need it. You need someone to piss someone off.
I think hating him is so corny. He's so fun. He adds like an extra like point of interest in the games. Yeah. He's hysterical. Like
I feel like that's how some people feel about Kyrie, but Kyrie takes it a little too far.
The one difference is I think Pat Bev like doesn't give a shit what other people have to say.
He does not care. Yeah.
Does it on his own accord. Right. I think Kyrie is kind of like, oh, well, they're gonna say this, so I have to do this. They're gonna say I'm the bad guy, so I'm gonna act like the bad guy to like prove a point, you know?
Yeah. Like we were saying on our call today, I don't know why this is a thing, but if you are a villain, you wear a Versace robe. Like, I don't know what the theme is. Marcus Smart, Versace robe. Eli Apple, Versace robe. Pat Bev with the robe. Who else did we say? Conor McGregor has the robe. Everybody has it. If you're a villain, you got to have it.
It might just be like a rite of passage.
Like, you gotta take a picture in it after you piss people off.
You piss people off, you get it delivered, and it's like, here you go, you made it.
Photo,
welcome.
Post it on the internet. Yeah, every team needs one. Every team needs a villain.
Yeah, they're cool as shit though. I'll be a villain to get one of those robes.
Yeah, like who do I need to piss off? I mean, I'm already Oklahoma villain, so I might as well get one delivered.
Yeah, my God.
Man, I should get one delivered for that one.
Maybe all the Oklahoma Sooner fans can get together and send you one.
Hand deliver. That'd be so nice if they did. That'd be the coolest thing ever.
It'd be really nice. But until then, they're just gonna continue.
Until then, they are haters.
Nuts.
They're big haters. The Warriors are back.
Yeah. Jordan Poole. Wow. Wow is kind of all I have to say about this. Like if the Warriors have this in like their young guy to complement Stephen Clay, like they're set. They're set. I'm not worried about what's going to happen if and when, the Splash Brothers either, go their separate ways or one retires and then it's just the other one's left or whatever. And I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, but I think they're going to be fine for a while with this kid. He's good.
Yeah, I do too. He's really good. I think it's funny that the Warriors fans are on this Steph Curry 6th Man of the Year kick. I know it's not like serious, but it's really funny. He's been coming off the bench.
Oh.
He's been coming off the bench. He hasn't been starting.
I was going to say, wait, what?
Yeah, he's been coming off the bench, and he's been, Steph Curry's obviously going to score a lot of points.
Yeah. No, he's, Steph Curry could play 5 minutes each game, and I think he would be fine.
He would put up like 30 points.
Yeah, he's a freak. Let's see. Out of like all the series that are going on right now, I'm gonna say Celtics Nets aside, because we already have both said that we think that's going to go down to Game 7. What series do you think is going to be like neck and neck like that? Because the Sixers are absolutely kicking the crap out of the Raptors.
Well, they're going to crush them. That's going to be easy. Bucks,
that
easy.
one's over.
The Grizzlies and the Timberwolves. I think that the T-Wolves are going to win that. And I am a little bit of a Grizzly hater because I know that they're fun and they're young, but I want the Cavs to be what they are. And they were almost that at the beginning. Yeah. And then they kind of, you know, the injuries, everything else happened, set them back a little bit. So it would be cool to see that.
I think the Dallas-Utah series is going to be like that too.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be. It should not be. They should be. Donovan Mitchell, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Without Luka, though, like I feel like that kind of evens it out. But if Luka can come back, then I don't think it's going to be as close.
It's going to be.
But I don't know. I don't know if he's going to be back at all at this series, which is huge. It's huge. He's their guy, and I feel like they're doing a really good job supplementing the fact that they don't have him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how long that's gonna last.
Yeah, I don't know. One thing I do want your opinion on is, what do you think about the Timberwolves celebrating after their win? Like, how do you feel about that one?
I don't know.
I think people are being dramatic.
Yeah, I think people blew that way out of proportion.
I mean, I would be excited. Because if you think about it, like they don't do that. They do not do that very often. They don't go there. They don't make the playoffs. Their fans don't see that stuff.
No,
so for that to happen is like cool.
What did the broadcast say the other day before the game started? This is like their second time since 2002 or something that they made the playoffs.
It's just not very often. That's all I know. So
it's definitely been a long time. So I can see. Yeah, I mean, I could see wanting to celebrate, but also, I don't know. Like, you want a play-in game to get into the playoffs. Like, maybe wait. I don't know.
But like, my thing is, speaking from experience, which is never winning. If the Browns won a playoff game, this is like what we won a playoff game last year. If the Browns won a playoff game at home, there would be a party. Like, it would be an absolute party after that.
No, I get that.
Like, it's different though when you just don't, I guess.
It's different because it was a play-in game, and like that's, I don't know. Maybe if it was after, like, say they win this series and then they did that, like I get that. When the hell was the last time you won a series?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I don't think it was that big of a deal though. Like, I think everybody freaking out about.
Yeah, like they're just being haters. They're having fun. I'm
like,
sorry that they were exciting for their team.
Pat Bev drinking in his press conference and like swearing and stuff.
Who cares?
Like, all right, big
just
deal.
Bleep it out.
Get over it.
Like there's a lot of things that are not fun, you know, that we have to deal with. And to see your team do that, just let them have a good time. Like, if the Cavs would have beat the Hawks, I would hope that they would act like that. I know they wouldn't, because they don't have like the personalities like that. They're all little sweet, nice boys.
Yeah, they seem really quiet.
but I would hope that they would celebrate in some kind of way.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a big deal. People that are taking it as a big deal, like,
just have a little fun.
Get over it.
Have a little fun.
Get over it.
We're just being mad haters.
What else we got today? I feel like we've got like a loaded show today. Is that it for basketball?
Yeah, I mean that's all I got for some games tonight, but is what it is. NFL has been a little boring. NFL has been a little boring, I'm not gonna lie. There hasn't been anything like really dramatic. Tom Brady put out that tweet where he put Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, and Josh Allen with the little eyes.
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck is going on? I should have assumed that.
As soon as I said that, Rob was like, oh, it's going to be another golf game.
Like, oh, okay.
Sure enough,
thanks,
he was
Rob.
right.
Right. A lot of people have been complaining about that too.
Why?
I don't understand. Because they keep saying, well, why aren't there any pros in that? Why don't they have any? Who gives a shit? It's just the NFL quarterbacks golfing. I don't really know.
I'm more interested in this than if Brady was like paired up with freaking Phil Mickelson again. Like
Right. Like it just makes it more interesting that all those guys are playing. How do you feel that Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers and him are on the same team?
Oh, I hate it.
I know.
But
figured that you would.
I would hate if he was on a team with any of these guys. So like it should be Brady against the three of them, and let's see if he could beat them all again.
Which would be funny. Yeah, I like team Allen and Mahomes over the old men. No offense to them.
Isn't Mahomes like a sneaky, really good golfer?
Probably. They probably all are really good. I think Josh Allen is pretty good too.
Yeah. I think this could be really good.
I mean, it's just good entertainment. And everyone's like, oh, we could just see this at the local golf course. I'm like, I don't see Tom Brady at my golf course. I don't know which one you guys are going to.
I wish I saw Tom Brady at my local golf course. I'd go there. I'd take up golf.
Mad about that too. People are so mad about that one too. I'm like, ugh.
I mean, it's the people that are mad about it, you're still going to watch. So why are you mad?
One of the funniest things I saw, the first reply to one of those things, it was like, well, where do I watch it? And someone's like, there's 3 TNT logos on there. How can you miss it?
Shut up. Are you serious?
So funny. So funny. And I feel bad for that person. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going with team Allen and Mahomes. But for their caddies.
I'm going to take the old guys just so Rodgers can say he won something without having to lose to Brady.
Yeah, if he can't beat him, so he has to play with him.
Exactly, can't beat him, join him.
It's like LeBron going to the Heat, KD, Warriors, everything like that. It's just if you can't beat him, you might as well join him because you're probably gonna win that way.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. That's just funny. For their caddies, imagine wives. What if they did that plus wives game? That would be really entertaining.
Would beat Brittany Mahomes over the head with a club.
I think Brittany would probably be sneaky good at golf also. She's pretty athletic.
Yeah. No, she's like a fitness chick, right? I just think in terms of like the obnoxiousness, I think Giselle would get real fed up and smack her over the head with like a 9-iron.
No, I really want them to be their caddies. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
I think
that would be really cool.
I think she'd be good.
I could see it. I don't like her, but I've watched her workout videos before, and like she's a beast.
She'll do it.
So I don't know. I think that would be really cool. I think it would be cool also if like, well, I guess that wouldn't work because Brady's the only one that has kids that are old enough to do stuff. But like if he had his son Jack as his caddy, that would be really cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I don't know if they could pick a teammate, who do you think they would pick? Aaron Rodgers is running out of teammates, so I don't know who he's going to take. Their favorite lineman should be caddy.
Rodgers would take Bakhtiari because I feel like that's the only person in his corner right now. Brady would obviously take Gronk.
Yeah.
Freaking annoying.
Josh Allen would show up with Sam Darnold. They're best friends. That'd be funny.
Are they really?
Yeah, they're really good friends.
Huh. Yeah, Mahomes would probably bring Kelsey. So that would add an interesting aspect to like the Brady Mahomes thing with their that'd be tight ends. That'd be really cool. Huh. I don't know. When did it say that was? June 1st?
I think so.
Okay. We'll block
June
off
1st.
my schedule for that day. Not like I'm doing anything anyway, but should we talk about this quarterbacks ranking thing that we posted, that FanDuel posted today? Because
we should talk about it. We can rearrange. We can put where we think we want people to go. I need to pull it up though, because I don't remember. Oh, there we go. Perfect.
I've got some adjustments to make. So
now,
for the most part, I don't mind it. But people on social media, as people on social media do, are not happy about a lot of this. And some parts I can agree with. Like, I don't necessarily think Josh Allen is number one yet. I still think the fact that Mahomes, I still think that Mahomes has won still makes him better.
Yeah,
So
I
I
would
put
go
Mahomes at
Mahomes 1. I would go Josh Allen 2. I would not have Joe Burrow number 3.
Nope, me neither.
Joe Burrow not number 3. I'd
I
put
would
Justin Herbert
do
above Joe Burrow.
I would do Herbie 3, Wilson 4, Burrow 5.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, people are saying Deshaun Watson too low, but I think he's better than Derek Carr, and I think he's better than Lamar, and I think he's better than a lot of them. But the thing is,
Also,
I'm not going to put him there because he didn't play.
when's the last time he played a football game?
Right. I need to watch him. And hear me out. I know this may sound a shocker to you guys, but he is going to be wearing a Browns uniform, so who's to say what will happen?
Also, yeah, he's wicked talented and stuff, but his record before, not that great. So even though he's got the talent, like I think 8 is a good spot for him, all things considered. But I
As
also
of right
at
now,
the same time, like
I'd put him above Lamar.
If he was lower, like I don't think I would have a problem with that either, because he hasn't played in over a year, and before that, I mean, you know,
I wouldn't put him any lower, but I definitely would. Where he's at is fine for me because again, he's not really doing much. He went to his first workout for the team again. He plays for the Cleveland Browns. Who's to say he will be good? Because that is a task in itself. We will see what happens.
I still don't like Derek Carr that high. I don't.
I like Derek Carr, but I would not tap Deshaun Watson below Derek Carr.
I think 7 is generous for Carr. I don't know. Maybe I would switch him and Tannehill.
I would put Matt Ryan above Mac Jones. And I might put him above Ryan Tannehill. I don't think Ryan Tannehill's that good.
Neither do I, but he's good enough with the talent that he has.
I mean, the worst first place seed of all time, maybe? Might be dramatic, but I believe it.
I like Mac at 10. I think Matt Ryan, I've like gone back and forth with myself on this for years, whether he's overrated or like appropriately rated. And this, like seeing the replies to this saying like Matt Ryan should be in like the 6 to 9 range. Like
I would put him 9.
I don't know. I could see him and Tannehill flip-flopping, but like I think that might be as high as he goes on my list. He's a decent quarterback. He's a stat pad kind of guy, but he's also a turnover machine. Like he's what he is. He's not better than the majority of the guys ahead of him, except for Tannehill and maybe Mac Jones, depending on the day. But also we need to remember Mac Jones is a rookie, and what he did as a rookie is like record breaking. So,
but however, I will say Baker Mayfield broke a lot of rookie records, and he turned out to be.
It's true.
Yeah, where's he at on the list? Interesting, because he's still on the team. Anyways,
I don't know.
Tua, sure, whatever. Trevor Lawrence. I mean, I feel bad for Trevor Lawrence. It's hard to evaluate him with the season that he had with the coach. Because the coach that he had really ruined his life for a little bit.
Also, a lot of people not happy about Tua at 12, and it's like, what are you seeing that I'm not seeing?
I'm hoping that he will be okay, but he's fine at 12.
Yeah,
I think that
like
Zach Wilson should move up.
Him and Trubisky.
Yeah.
I would put Wilson at 13, Trevor at 14, Trubisky 15, and I would leave Davis Mills right where he is.
I would leave Davis Mills there. He wasn't the worst thing I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah,
but the other ones are better.
It wasn't good either. You mean people wanted to hire. A lot of, specifically, obviously, Dolphins fans, but I saw a lot of people reply to this and quote tweet this and say Tua at 12 is comical, and that
I don't know who he's going to pass.
He should be higher. Yeah, I mean,
I
like
don't
I said,
have anyone that he's going to be above.
What the heck are you guys seeing that I'm not seeing?
Right, I'm not putting him above anybody.
What I'm watching is 12th ranked quarterback material. Like I don't know, but yeah, I think I would put Trubisky lower. That's odd to me. And Trevor Lawrence, I think, like you said, just because of the stupid Urban Meyer factor, he's that low, but we'll see.
And I mean, his team was not supposed to be good.
Yeah.
So
We'll see what happens this year, though. I think the Jags might be a sneaky, and I'm not going to call them good, but a sneaky, interesting team to watch this year because they spent a pretty nice chunk of change this offseason.
They really did.
And who's their head coach now? Doug Peterson? Like, okay, crazy. He just won a Super Bowl a couple of years ago, and now he's coaching the Jags. Okay, whatever. But I think that's going to be really helpful for Trevor, because, I mean, you saw what freaking Carson Wentz could do with Peterson that year that they won the Super Bowl. I know he got hurt and didn't play in those playoffs, but I don't know.
Now,
I think it'll be
NFC
interesting.
quarterbacks. Oh my God, that's a nightmare.
The NFC quarterbacks, the NFC, it's insane to me how different
it drops off. So,
like, the two conferences, like the AFC is a freaking powerhouse this year. The NFC is kind of just like you have those like 3 or 4 like super teams, and then the rest are just whatever.
Yeah, then the rest are just the rest. So
I don't know. I would NFC. I'm putting Brady number 1 still. I don't care. Whatever.
I mean, sure, because like sure, Matt Stafford, cool.
Yeah.
Wow, big deal. He won a Super Bowl. Yeah, that was great. He did really well, but Brady's still good too. They went back and forth the whole game. I don't know. NFC just is not.
NFC's
it's
so
just
weird
not doing
this
it
year.
for me.
So
so let's talk about the quarterback that got left off the list, Baker Mayfield. Favorite topic of the show. Baker Mayfield maybe to the Panthers. I think the Panthers would have better luck if they just went with Malik Willis and went out there, because clearly people on their team do not want Baker Mayfield to be there.
Robbie Anderson straight up said,
he said,
hell
no thanks. And that's bad. Like, if you have teams, like players on other teams, clearly we knew that was the case, saying, we don't want this guy, how are you going to put him in a locker room?
Yeah. And we tweeted this out from the show account, like, how many games did the Panthers win? Like, I don't know.
It's on his jersey. It's on his jersey.
I don't know if it's an upgrade it's an upgrade from Sam Darnold, but it's not what everybody wants him to be. Like, it's not going to put them in playoff contention. I don't think it's going to put them over 500. I think maybe 7-8 games at best.
Yeah. So which bust from the draft class do you want? Which one do you want? You want pick number 1 or you want pick number 2?
Yeah.
Or you just try again?
Yeah. I don't know. We've said this for the last couple of weeks. It's so interesting that he's still floating around out there, and it's even more interesting that teams are just letting it happen. Like, it doesn't seem like anybody
is it
wants
that interesting?
him.
Pretty. I guess at this point, it's just like, okay.
I think it is because there are still teams with question marks at the quarterback position that could use.
But do they want to pay for him?
Right, exactly.
For a rental. You want to pay a rental? You want to pay for a cheap rental or just buy a brand new car?
I'm not paying.
I don't know why I said cheap. He's not cheap. I meant a lot of money.
$18.5 million for 1 year. Yeah. No freaking way. But I think at this point, unless he's okay with either sitting out a full season or taking a backup role, like, nobody's going to pick him up. Nobody's going to try to trade for him. If he gets released, nobody's going to sign him.
He would be a great backup to Brady. That would be a great place to go, but I don't think he has it in him to do that.
Yeah. To be honest, like, I think that might humble him a little bit and get him back on the track that we kind of all thought he would be on if he were to back up Brady, but I don't think he wants to do that. I don't think he wants to be anybody's backup.
His ego's not going to let him do that. But it might be his only option, or he's just going to have to sit out and he's not going to play. So
don't let the Oklahoma fans hear this conversation, because
I really
they think he's God's gift.
Don't even care at this point. I don't even care.
So insane.
I do not even care.
He's not good enough
to his podcast.
Guys. I listened to bits and pieces of it, and then I saw Mike Stud like freak out about everybody.
Oh my God. Okay, so I think his podcasts are good. Like, his guests are really good. This is no hate to Mike Stud. This is not Mike Stud slander, but to say that was one of the most likable sports interviews of all time,
wrong,
is crazy. And people were not criticizing him. Like, they're thankful that he gave him the platform to say the things that he did. Baker Mayfield did it to himself. Like, it wasn't his fault. He just doesn't Doesn't shut up.
I don't.
People like blew it out of proportion when he said I would love to boost someone at their desk. I mean, I'm sure everybody would.
Yeah.
Who cares? Who cares about that one? But the one thing that I didn't like was when he said everyone's out here money chasing, trying to get a bag, and they're not trying to win. I need more respect in the locker room. Nobody respects me. As if he doesn't have 40 commercials that play every time he throws an interception.
Also, trying to win what? What are you winning?
Yeah, he's like, I just want everyone around me to be better. Maybe you should start.
You would be better
with yourself. Maybe we start with yourself.
Oh my God. See, like, it's stuff like that where, like, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I can't do it.
As, like, an outside, I don't give, I don't really care about him or the Browns aren't my team and stuff. But, like, my God, dude. I understand, like, wanting to speak your mind and, like, tell your side of the story, like, on this, whole situation because it's your livelihood and you have the right to speak on it, but like his PR team had to have been like, okay, well, like just make sure you don't, go over the line or say A, B, and C because it's not going to help you.
Me on Twitter, he just followed me the other day. I don't know why he did. You can just see it. You don't have to follow me. You can just read it. But they need to get it together.
He's just.
But I guess it's an Oklahoma thing to have a bad attitude because
apparently saw some of those Sooner fan Twitter accounts.
Well, I was getting at Kyler.
What the heck is his deal? What is going on here?
It's like an Oklahoma thing. I don't understand it.
Explain this to me because there has to be something that I'm missing. Why is he being this much of a baby about this situation when
he could be
he's
better.
The problem too?
Right. Like, I get it. You want to make a lot of money, but you need to do a little bit more.
Okay, I want to make a lot of money too.
Right.
But if I'm not doing my job to the level that people think I should be to get X amount of money, then I'm not going to get it.
Is it an Oklahoma thing or a short guy thing? Well, on the podcast, Baker Mayfield did say, I have Napoleon syndrome, which I'm glad that he is self-aware of that.
Listen, we are very pro short guys here.
Yeah.
On this podcast.
It's fine. You can be however tall you want to be. But you just can't be an asshole.
Short Kings are great.
Short
and
King
we love
Spring.
Them. Short King Spring is here. But if you stink, you stink. Yeah. And if it might be an ego thing just because they both were told that they were the greatest gift to college football at one point, and
clearly because that's how the fans are.
They had a lot of expectations coming into the league, and they both obviously haven't met those expectations, and maybe it's kind of like a healthy dose of reality coming at them that they don't want. I don't know, but the whole Kyler Murray thing,
I don't get
makes no sense to me. No sense.
I really don't get it. Like, he should just be fine. Just go out there and play. Like, you will get money, but you can't act like that to get it.
You'll get the money you want when you play to the caliber that you should. Like, there's no reason why the Cardinals team that we saw this year that blew the doors off of teams and, like, just was consistently good for probably the first half of the season. I think the wheels started to fall off after that Packers game. But there's no reason why that team shouldn't have made some more noise than they did in the playoffs.
Yeah,
and if you want to say that that's a Kingsbury thing, like, fine, but it's not. You can't just put the blame on the coach when your quarterback's out there like he has no idea what he's doing sometimes. So he does the Pat Mahomes scramble thing like a chicken with his head cut off, and it doesn't work out like it works for Patty, and it's I don't know.
Some awareness.
And the fact that he's doing all of this stuff like it's like a hostage situation.
Yeah, like don't do it publicly. I feel like that's just not the best way to go about it, and I feel like that would hurt you more than help you.
Right. I don't know. Whatever. And also, like, you've got one of the greatest wide receivers in the league at your disposal, and this is still happening. You're still doing this. Like, go out and use DeAndre Hopkins. And I know he got hurt last year because he was my number one fantasy wide receiver last year, and it hurt me too. But, like, this year would be the perfect year to go out and go back to doing what you did the first half of last season. And then if, shit doesn't work again, then I could see him doing all of this stuff in the public and on social media and whatever. But like right now,
right? They're not going
it.
to lock you up to a long-term deal when you have not provided them something that will get you that. Like,
and they're not going to do you any favors too by releasing you or trading you or anything. You can request a trade and they can say no, sorry. Like
Baker Mayfield won a playoff game and he is no longer a starting quarterback. He's QB4.
Like,
so what? I don't know what he's trying to do.
Will
they get another quarterback? Who's to say?
It's a harsh reality, though. These guys, I think, sometimes forget that it's a business and like it's a really like, what have you done for me lately organization. And if you haven't done enough, like you're not gonna get what you want. Sorry, that's just that's the truth of it. Sorry.
There's quarterbacks that have been to Super Bowls and they're not getting paid money. Is what you got to do more.
Yeah.
You got to do something. And I want everybody to make money. I want everyone to do well, but it just doesn't work out like that.
Yeah, it's not the type of job where like you say you want to raise and your boss is like, "Oh, okay, sure." Like you have to earn the millions and millions and millions of dollars you're getting paid or the more that you want.
Yeah.
Because these teams aren't just going to throw money at you just because you had one good season. I don't know. But there's always got to be one source of drama in the off season once spring workouts start, and we have a few areas of that this year. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with that, but I don't know. And then we have the draft next week too. My God.
Yeah, that's just coming up way too quick. And I'm not a big like mock draft person. I don't do them because I know I do them, I'm going to be wrong and it's going to make me mad.
Yeah. I mean,
I have no clue where any of these guys are going to go. I don't watch enough college football either.
So that's my thing too, is like, I don't really pay attention to college football all that much unless it's like bowl time and, you know, championship season and whatever. But like, even still, I feel like the draft, unless you sit and do your research 24/7, like I don't think I'd be able to do it. And I'm not all that interested in it either from the standpoint of like sitting down and watching every single round. Like I'll watch the first round, obviously, second round too. But after that, like
it just is what it is. I'll look at my phone and see the notification.
Yeah. But after that, like you lost me. Then it gets a little boring for me. But that's why I didn't go into the NFL draft career field because I don't like it. So, but I will say, Nakobe Dean, if he does not become a Patriot, I'm going to riot. And that's my 2022 NFL draft opinions.
Oh, I don't have any picks, so don't even ask me. They're all gone. They're literally gone.
The only one I got.
They are all gone. Some baseball topics.
Well, and let's just answer this first before we get into baseball. Okay. Thoughts on the Colts? They just added Gilmore. I think the Colts are gonna be good this year.
Me too.
They're gonna be
a little bit better than they were last year.
Better than they were last year.
Were okay. I thought they were gonna do it. Carson Wentz said, "I hate you, and I'm gonna lose." No,
they're definitely gonna be a playoff team.
They should be.
Well, yeah, they should be. They should be. Matt Ryan, I think it's all contingent on him and what version of Matt Ryan is going to go out there. But he's got a much better team than the Falcons team that he had last year and the last few years. Adding Gilmore stings for me. I don't like it at all, but I think it's a good spot for him. And do they beat the Titans for the division? No. They do not.
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Who would you rather have, Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor?
Derrick Henry.
Let me ask the question again, because that's not what I wanted to ask. Who is better? Who's a better running back? That's the actual question.
I think Derrick Henry. I don't think by much, but I think the fact that he's just an absolute monster helps a lot.
He is big. He's a big guy.
He's a freak in nature.
He's a big guy. I don't know. I mean, I'd put them both up there.
Yeah, no, I would say Derrick Henry is still my number one. I would put Jonathan Taylor at number two at
Yeah,
this
Jonathan
point.
Taylor did more with less, but Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Who's that big running at you? I'm
Oh
moving
my
out of the
God.
way. I'm
That's
moving
gonna
out of
hurt.
the way.
That's gonna hurt so bad once he just like buries his head and
Mhm.
just runs. Oh my God, like a Mack truck. No thanks. No, thank you.
No.
All right, baseball. Back to baseball.
Mm-hmm. Now,
What do we
last time we talked about baseball, I said that piece of shit stadium down the road from here, because they were not going to extend Jose Ramirez. They finally did. They did not give him as much money as he could have got elsewhere, clearly.
Yeah.
But I'm very thankful for his decision, and I'm glad they did that. We also got Miles Straw back. And, for a few days, I was really convinced, wow, this team is really good. They're scoring a lot of runs. They're going to be so good. We're going to score 17 runs every game. We always get no hit the next. So, back to where we were. I don't know if they're going to be good or not. I don't know, but I'm just glad Jose Ramirez is here.
That's how I feel about the Sox right now. Like, once this lineup starts to actually hit, like Rafael Devers is on a 15-game hitting streak dating back to last season and whatever, and I'm feeling the same way about him as you were feeling about Ramirez. Like, if they don't extend him right effing now, I'm gonna lose it, because it doesn't feel like a situation where they're gonna do it, and it's gonna be. And the same thing with Xander Bogaerts. Like, it's going to be a Mookie Betts situation all over again. And I can only deal with that once in my lifetime. I can't do it again.
Oh, don't worry. I've been through it like 50 times. So
if they, for whatever reason, all come to the Dodgers because the Dodgers just seem to not run out of money, I'm walking down to Dodger Stadium and I'm watching them every single day, because if
it just sucks.
I would chain myself to Fenway Park if that happened in protest.
And with the t-shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, with some kind of a t-shirt calling out ownership, I would literally
ruins my life. I would say Paul Dolan ruins my life. That's what my shirt would say.
Chain myself to the
this t-shirt's
gates.
worth more than the entire salary of our team. That's what my shirt would say. I think. So I don't know.
Frustrating.
Well, we do have Stephen Kwan. A little shout to him. He's been balling out.
Yeah, the Red Sox are just kind of there right now.
Yeah.
They don't want to win, but they don't want to lose either. They're just there. I don't know.
Okay, question for everybody. What do we think about the extra inning rule? Runner on second. Let me know what you guys think, because I think I thought I was gonna have to delete my Twitter over this thing.
Oh God.
Because
like it?
Oh, I like it.
Oh, okay. So do I.
I do like it. I was during you guys were playing the Yankees. It went into extras. And I said, runner on second greater than 5-hour games.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't have time to watch 5+ hours of a baseball. Yeah, don't do it for postseason. Yeah, sure. Do it for the regular season. It saves people's arms, pitchers. You don't want a position player out there pitching. That's lame. I don't want to see that. Faster games gets it done. These guys travel all the time. I don't want them to play a game till 1 a.m, get on a flight, and have to play the next day at 1 p.m.
Right. Nope. I 1,000% agree. I like it for the regular season for that exact reason.
Yeah.
Plus, I think it's more exciting.
Me too. At least we're going to get some runs scored.
Yeah. Like, at least like, you're not going to have to sit there and go through 15, 16 innings. Like, I remember I was watching a Sox game a couple summers ago. I fell asleep in the 10th. I woke up at like 1 o'clock in the morning and the game was still going on. There's no reason for that at all. And I love baseball more than the next person. And I watch all 100 and whatever freaking games. Like, it's fun, and I think it's more exciting.
A 9-hour game. A 9-hour game.
One of those.
You're not getting paid to do that. No. That's a whole job.
I would die if I played in a 9-hour game. It's one of those things that I think baseball is doing right when it comes to Garrett Cole just got knocked out in the second inning versus the Tigers.
See, that's not helpful to me, but I like it. That's helpful to you, not helpful to me.
What a bum. This guy is such a freaking bum. I'm sorry, Yankees fans, but I'm not sorry at all. That's your ace. God bless, because He's a loser. Okay. Anyway, sorry. Thank you for whoever just commented that to let me know, because I obviously
that's good. I'm
a Yankee hater, so
I'm a Garrett Cole hater because I used to live in Pittsburgh and he was rude to the Pirates, which I get because their organization sucks. But he was so rude. So
he's just the worst. He's the worst. Yeah. Also, that video of him the other day that got posted where I think it was Severino was like jawing with the Toronto team, and Garrett Cole comes out of the dugout and like he's gonna do anything, and then
please,
the only time
you're the last person that's gonna do something.
The only time it looked like he was talking shit when he was walking away, like, and the caption on the tweet said Garrett Cole ready for anything.
Ready
I'm sorry,
for what?
What's he ready for? Ready to go sit his ass back in the dugout? Ready to go
He's
lose
no
another
Amir
start?
Garrett. I'll tell you that one. I'll tell you that one.
Is...
He's no Amir Garrett.
No, hell no. Amir Garrett would take on that team by himself, one hand tied behind his back. Garrett Cole would cry before he got over there.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Spare me that.
Other baseball topic I had. This is the only last thing I have, but I do want to talk about it because it's kind of annoying, and I don't understand why he's acting like this. Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, I'm over it. And I'm more like hypersensitive to it because obviously I live here and he's the new shiny toy for the Dodgers. But like,
he had to hit a home run, you know? Oh, God, that made me so mad when he did that.
I'm tired of it already. It is really cute though, watching his son, and like,
I love his son. His son is so cute, but like the things he says about other players, those are the players that your son looks up to.
Right.
And enjoys to be around. It's always like, people always got to gatekeep fun. Never can have any change. Baseball is the best example of that in sports.
It's really frustrating with Freeman though, because like if that stuff he's supposedly said, according to that Instagram live, if that's all true, like that sucks. He's supposed to be one of the most likable guys, and like,
and he's not very welcoming to his teammates.
You could think he sold out or whatever to go to the Dodgers, but like in reality, like if the Braves didn't offer him something, what the hell do you expect him to do? But if all that stuff is true about, you know, the way he acted towards his teammates and stuff, like that's just really disheartening, because he's somebody that I look at as like one of the genuine faces of baseball. Like no matter who you're a fan of, that's somebody that you can appreciate. That's somebody you enjoy watching. Good for the game. But like that stuff, like I don't want that stuff. Miss me with that. That's so just mean. Yeah,
it's just very, I would say, typical.
Yeah, not surprising. Yeah, not surprising. But shitty nonetheless.
Wish it could be better.
I don't know. The ice cream truck is coming down the street playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. That scared the living hell out of me. Sounded like a horror movie. Jesus.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, I think that's all I got too. I think we actually hit everything on our script today, which is good.
Yeah, we got it all. We covered it all. A lot going on. We'll say some more stuff about some basketball next week.
Yeah, we got a lot of we are going to have a lot to talk about as these series progress, especially
with that man, Kyrie Irving.
Especially the one that my team is in, because there's no way that this is going to go down without some sort of epic mental and emotional breakdown from me. So
you and everybody else.
Man, this is going to suck. It's going to be so fun, but it's going to suck so bad.
Yeah.
So, we'll talk about it next Tuesday, because there's a lot of games for everybody between now and then. So
we'll see what happens. Someone might be chained to another hoop. Someone might be, I don't know what's going to happen this time, but
at this point, it might be me. So
at this point, it might be you. Okay, well, I'll be watching, and I'll look and see if you're on the TV.
Kyrie wants to continue, I'm going to go chain myself to the hoop and say, everybody stop. Figure it out. I'm not leaving until it's figured out.
Right.
And then get arrested. But whatever. Yeah, we'll talk to you guys next week.
We will see you Tuesday.
Later, everybody.